Parliament descended into absolute chaos this week after former President Thabo Mbeki openly rejected President Cyril Ramaphosa's much-touted call for a national dialogue, leaving the chamber in uproar and Ramaphosa visibly humiliated. What was meant to be a solemn sitting addressing the nation's mounting crises quickly turned into a theatre of mockery, anger, and division. Ramaphosa had entered Parliament with a plea for unity, arguing that a national dialogue was the only way to resolve South Africa's escalating political and economic turmoil. He painted a picture of a divided nation in need of reconciliation, warning that without collective action, the country risked sliding further into instability. But before he could even finish outlining his proposal, murmurs of disapproval rippled through the benches. Opposition MPs accused him of using dialogue as a delaying tactic to avoid accountability for corruption scandals, failing service delivery, and the deepening rift within his own ANC. The real blow came when former President Thabo Mbeki, seated as an elder statesman observer, rose to deliver a shocking rebuttal. In a calm but firm tone, Mbeki declared, "Dialogue cannot substitute for leadership. Dialogue cannot cover up indecision. South Africans do not need another roundtable, they need decisive action." His words sent shockwaves through the chamber. MPs erupted, some cheering, others jeering, while Ramaphosa sat frozen, his face betraying a mixture of shock and embarrassment. The rejection by Mbeki unleashed pandemonium. Opposition members seized the moment, openly mocking Ramaphosa. EFF MPs burst out in laughter, chanting "Dialogue won't save you," while DA members sarcastically clapped, telling Ramaphosa to call another commission. The heckling grew so loud that the speaker struggled to restore order. "Mr. President, it seems even your elders no longer trust you," one MP shouted across the floor, drawing loud applause from opposition benches. ANC loyalists attempted to defend their leader, but the atmosphere was beyond repair. What was supposed to be a moment of national unity turned into a humiliating spectacle for Ramaphosa. Mbeki's intervention also exposed the widening cracks within the ANC itself. Several ANC veterans have privately expressed frustration with Ramaphosa's inability to act decisively on corruption, governance failures, and factional battles tearing the party apart. For Mbeki, once a mentor figure to Ramaphosa, to openly dismiss his plan was seen as a devastating signal of lost confidence. If even Mbeki has no faith in Ramaphosa's leadership, then how can ordinary South Africans, a political analyst remarked. Outside Parliament, the reaction was just as fierce. Social media exploded with hashtags like #RamaphosaHumiliated and #MbekiSpeaksTruth, with many users praising Mbeki for saying what others have been too afraid to say. Others mocked Ramaphosa, accusing him of clinging to dialogue because he has run out of solutions. What unfolded in Parliament was more than just a political squabble, it was a public dismantling of Ramaphosa's authority. Mocked by MPs and rebuked by Mbeki, the president now faces mounting pressure to prove that he can still lead decisively. With the ANC fractured and the public losing faith, the rejection of his national dialogue may well mark the beginning of the end for his political credibility.